Hey guys, RockingTheBlade here once again. What's up, everybody? Welcome to my spoiler-free movie review of Goosebumps 2: A Haunted Halloween. What's up, guys? It's been out for a little bit. It's a sequel to the original Goosebumps movie that came out a little while ago. And the first one, I didn't think much of it. I mean, the TV show, I was a fan of the books. The TV show was, a guilty pleasure of mine. It wasn't the best, but it wasn't exactly the worst either. So I had low expectations for the movie, and surprisingly, it was pretty good. Jack Black did a good job playing as R.L. Stine. All the actors that were involved were really good. It was a good time. Unfortunately, I can't really say that for the sequel. Not that it's bad, per se. It's just okay at best, very average at worst. Not bad. There was some genuine effort put into this film. But it just felt like, I don't know. It felt like this movie, honestly, if you want my personal opinion, this movie felt like it should have been a made-for-TV kind of movie. That's what it felt like to me. Because at times, it looked really good. It looked like a high-quality movie. But other time, it had that goofy, cheesy Goosebumps budget. I mean, don't get me wrong, I guess that's part of the charm of it, but I think they leaned into it a little bit too hard. Because it came off as cheap, and like, geez, they had no budget. What happened to, they had no faith in the project. I mean, I know the first one did decent. I mean, they had no faith in the sequel. Because, so basically, here's the basic plot of the movie. So basically, this evil puppet unleashes after these two main characters who, go to, I believe, the middle school. And for, to get some money, they take out people's trash. As well, only want to get rid of them, to go to her house and empty out her her trash and stuff. And while they were emptying it out, they found a treasure chest. Not a chest, but not a treasure chest, but a chest, which was a book. And then when they unlocked it, it was like it looked like the manuscript of an unfinished R.L. Stine book he didn't finish. And yeah, that he didn't finish. And then when they opened and they opened it, it kind of looked and then they didn't have an ending and stuff. It was very very unfinished. But then all of a sudden, as they started putting the rest of the trash away, this puppet came out of nowhere. And then when he shows up, all heck breaks loose. At first, he seems like he's a little bit he's a little weird, but he seems like he'd be not that bad of a character. But if you know the books, like I do. He's something to be feared. And then he wants to make all hell break loose by making, Halloween for realsies. I won't get into the plot as to why or how he's doing it, but that's a basic plot synopsis. The actors do fine. They do a good job for what they do. The actor who plays the mom of the kids, of the son and the daughter, and he has a black friend. I say that because I don't want you to think, oh, it's two, she has 3 kids, and those 2 kids, and with a friend of his from school, all working together to stop this evil puppet. The mom, I've seen her around before on projects. She's not a bad person. She did a good job in the movie. I don't recognize her name. The actress and young African American kid who also in the movie did well. They did fine too. The main kid. He's like this science nerd kid. I believe he's the same actor who's the big chubby kid in the remake of It, the Stephen King movie. He did a good job here. He was probably the best one there in my opinion. The one playing Mr. Chow from Hangover, he's also in the movie as well. And Jack Black's R.L. Stine, who plays R.L. Stine, who's also in the movie. Here's the problem with his character. Let's get the negatives out the way with that. He's hardly in the movie. In the first part, he plays a big part in the first movie. The second one, he's kind of an afterthought. He comes only in the third act, like almost near the end of the second act, and then comes right in the end of the third act. It's like he's like in the movie maybe I want to say 10, maybe 15 minutes. The entire hour and a half movie. Now, the movie went by fast. It's like 1 minute they found this puppet. Next thing you know, all hell's breaking loose. It was just insane. The effects were okay. The effects were okay and stuff. The monsters, it was 50-50. Some looked really good, others looked cheap, and I mean, I guess it's the problem of the show, but it just came out as too cheap. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I guess that's, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. To me, I didn't like it. If you didn't like it, I understand. It's not for everybody, but for me, I just didn't like it. And some of the effects look average, like, you know, like it didn't like nowhere near as. In fact, I think it looks worse than the first one, in my opinion. And that's surprising. Like I said, considering the first one, surprisingly did pretty damn good. And it was surprised. I really enjoyed the first one. Just Jack Black's character, who played R.L. Stein, was a likable character, and I hate that he was hardly ever. He was only really utilized in the sequel, and then. He voices the puppet. I think Slappy, by the way, that's the puppet. Slappy, I believe his name is. He does voice the puppet, though, so yeah, in a way he is in the movie, but not him physically, just to do the voice of the puppet. Like I said, all the main actor kid and his, you know, and his friend, they do fine. The sister does fine. And these bullies, they do their typical bully crap that you always see in these type of movies. Like, Jesus, it's like so predictable how bullies are nowadays. Like, okay, we get it. You're a bully. You're an asshole with no reason why you're doing this. At least it kind of like changed up that kind of narrative a bit. But it's just like, he's a bully. He's a jerk because he wants to be. You know. But like I said, the story was like just straight. I mean, the story's straightforward. We can understand it. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. It just felt. It didn't feel grand enough to be a movie. A TV movie, it would have been. I think it would have been a great TV movie in my opinion. But something as a theatrical release, no. I mean, I felt they could have done better with it in my opinion. I mean, like I said, it was just average. I mean, there was some cool scenes here and there. Don't get me wrong, but it just. I mean, for the most part, it just felt like very by the numbers. I want to say very by the numbers. It just didn't feel like they were having fun. Like in the first one, it felt like, all right, we got to do this scene, that scene, this scene, and then be done by this time so we go home, eat, and have dinner or whatever. It just felt very autopilot. I mean, there were some cool moments here and there, like with the gummy bear scene. That was pretty cool. And there was some legit scares here and there. You know, some legit jump scares that were like, oh, that got me pretty good. But most of the time, it's like, you know what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen. You see that coming. That's not scary. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's like the thing I did like was the gummy bear scene. That was pretty nice too. I liked how there's this giant Spider-Man of balloons. That was kind of creative. I had this giant, like, weird looking, like, tall looking, like, pumpkin guy with his big head. He looked pretty cool too. Also, the guy who played Mr. Chow from The Hangover, he's in the movie. Like I mentioned before, he's hardly in the movie either. I mean, he plays one of the like parents, like, hey, come to my house. It's, you know, it's haunted. He's really into he's really into Halloween and stuff. You know what I mean? He's getting, you know, the stuff ready. His character's pretty good too, but he's not really anything funny to say. Really, he's just there. It's like with Jack Black, they're wasted their talents. Like they're gonna bring a lot more to the movie. In fact, I kind of wish he played a bigger part in the movie along with Jack Black. It probably made the movie funnier and more enjoyable, but it was just average. I mean, it was okay at times, but it just felt just painfully average. Like they could have done better. I mean, it wasn't like, oh God, I hate this, I want to like kill myself. But it wasn't like, oh wow, I'm glad I saw this. It was just kind of like, if I would have saw it, I think it's one of those things. If I would have saw it at home via Netflix, I was like, it was pretty good. But to extent I had to go drive to a theater, I didn't necessarily pay, because if you're wondering how I'm seeing all these movies, I have the AMC Movie Pass, which by the way is worth it. With $20 a month, you're going to see 3 movies a week. That's not bad. In any format you want, Dolby Digital, IMAX. So, and not just for here in Florida, it could be anywhere, any state that has an AMC, so it's good for everything. So it's like, to me, it's totally worth it. So exactly, it technically costs. Sorry about that. Some bug flew in my ear. Dang bugs. Anyway, we're doing it live. anyway, it technically costs $21.25, but it's worth it. But still, it's like I wish I would have saw something else. Yeah. Overall, it's this. If you're wondering, is it good? Is it better than the first one? It's not. Now, is it a piece of crap? No, it isn't. It's just average. Okay at best, average at worst. It's not necessarily bad. It's just, very by the numbers, and considering that this is a sequel to the surprisingly pretty good first one, I felt they could have done a whole lot better. I don't know, maybe I didn't look into it too much. I felt, in fact, they didn't really hardly advertise until like I think a few weeks before the movie even came out, which is a kind of a bad sign. At least with Venom, they were like advertising it hard before that movie came out, and you know, I went with low expectations with that, and you know, it being pretty better than I thought. Where here it's like I went with some expectations, considering the fact that the first one was decent, was pretty good, but it was just like walked away like a little disappointed. Like I feel like it wasn't bad, but I felt they could have done a lot better with the material, at least in my opinion. So overall, I would, if you really want to see it. I mean, from what I could tell, kids enjoyed it. If you want to like take them out for during a matinee price. If you really want to get them out of out of the house and like, you know, take them to see that movie, they really want to see it. Take it to matinee. Don't pay full price. Other than that, just wait for Redbox or Netflix. If you want my personal opinion, I wouldn't really go to the theater. They really want to matinee, but other than that, it's not worth the trip in my personal opinion. All right, but that's it, guys. That's my review of Goosebumps 2: Haunted Halloween. Tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. Did you feel like me? It's like average. It's okay. Between average and okay. Do you feel the movie was bad? Do you disagree with me? Do you say the movie's good, or even better than the original one, the first one that came out? Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I'll try to respond as fast as humanly possible. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. As always, RockingTheBlade signing out. Hope to see you guys again real soon. Peace out. Have a great day.